So a lot of you have been messaging me concerning the unavailability or inaccessibility to XPS foam for crafting your dioramas. But you can also use an ordinary styrofoam board to build simple dioramas. In this video, I'm going to show you how to craft a 1/12 scale concrete floor base for action figure display and photography using an ordinary styrofoam board. Let's get started. Start by drawing some equal-sized stacked squares over the styrofoam board to simulate your tiles. For the next step, take a soldering pen, or alternatively, you could also use the tip of a hot screwdriver here to create shallow indentations by running the tip gently over each line. Make sure to perform this step in an open area or in an area with proper ventilation, as the fumes from the burning foam are toxic. It's a good idea to wear a dust mask for added safety. As you pass the hot tip over the lines, apply very soft pressure. You are simply creating shallow indentations and don't want to burn through the depth of the foam board. Once you're finished, you'll notice a clearer and more sharper appearance of tiling over the surface of your foam board, although the original texture of the styrofoam still remains, which we'll be tackling in the next step. For this next step, we'll be using this lightweight wall spackle to conceal the foam texture and shift it to a hardened concrete surface appearance for our base. Start by placing small amounts of your wall spackle over each of the tiles, and use a wood stick or a spatula to spread it over your tiles till it has completely concealed the styrofoam surface texture. As you perform this step, try as much as possible to avoid spilling it over into the deeper lines. Notice how the wall spackle has concealed the foam texture completely, whereas the deeper lines remain untouched. In this way, we'll apply the wall spackle till we've covered each and every tile. Once you've completed this step, you'll notice that your base is already starting to take shape. It doesn't look like a styrofoam board at all. The next step will further improve the finishing, but before that, we'll need to let this rest till the wall spackle has completely hardened. And here, guys, I let this rest overnight, and the wall spackle has hardened, but you may notice quite a few uneven patches and burrs, which we'll be tackling in this next step to achieve a cleaner finishing. It's a good idea to lay an old plastic sheet and make sure to use your dust mask. Start by laying your base over a plastic cover and grab a small piece of low grit sandpaper. We'll use this sandpaper to remove the burrs and uneven patches for smoother and cleaner finishing. And here I've finished sanding the surface, and you'll notice it's already starting to look like a realistic concrete tiled floor base. Never mind a few minor uneven patches, as these will add to the depth and realism of your diorama base once we move on to the painting. And now our base is ready for painting. For the base coat, we'll be using a mildly runny mixture of dark gray mixed with some Mod Podge or PVA glue. This would help seal the base, add shadow depth to the lines and gaps between the tiles, and also help catch the successive paint layers we'll be adding for depth and realism. Make sure to let the primer run into the deeper lines. Our objective is to cover the entire surface in this step of the painting process. Once you're finished, let the layer cure and dry for 30 minutes before we move on to the next layer. And here the first layer of paint has completely dried. For the next layer, we'll be dry brushing some medium gray over the tiles to shift it to a fresh concrete look. Once we've finished applying this second layer, you'll notice it's starting to appear like freshly laid concrete. We'll let this layer cure for 30 minutes before we apply the next layer. Now once the second layer has dried, we're going to shift the look to a more aged concrete surface. For this step, we'll be using a very light gray paint mixture and apply it over the base using a piece of torn kitchen sponge. This step would add more aging and realism alongside some texture to the surface of our base. This technique is called modeling. You'll load the tip of the sponge with the light gray paint and then dab it over a cardboard or kitchen towel to remove most of it before you begin to dab it over the random areas while applying very soft or minimal pressure. This would leave irregular spotted patches, which would add more variation, depth, as well as minor texture, which would add to the realism of this diorama base. And here I'm almost finished with the modeling technique. Notice how the base has shifted from a freshly laid concrete to a more faded and aged surface. We'll let this layer cure for about 30 minutes before we apply the final touch. For the final step, we're going to break the flatness and add some variation to the surface by applying a very diluted, dirty black-brown acrylic wash. It's basically brown and black acrylic paint mixed with a lot of water, which would add lightly dirty spots and patches over the base. We'll dip a flat brush in this dirty wash and let the diluted paint run through the deeper lines and also hit some random tiles and edges to mimic dirt accumulation and build up over time for added weathering. Make sure to use a clean paper towel to wipe off any excess off unwanted areas and let it dry. And with that final step, your DIY concrete base is ready for action figure display and to create various different scenes for toy photography. I really hope you were able to learn some new diorama crafting techniques. And if you enjoyed this video, then please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more simple DIY diorama tutorials. Till next time, take care and keep crafting.